Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday, or at least it's Saturday right now. Don't know when you'll watch it, but I wanted to do a purple challenge today because I'm going to visit someone very special and her favorite color is purple. So I did all this and I got some butterflies in honor of my mother, and that was pretty fun. I really enjoyed doing this today, so if you like this look, stay tuned and I'll show you how I did it. Okay, so I'm going to just jump in and get started. The palettes I will be using today is Lilac You a Lot by ColourPop. And also I'm going to play with a couple of shimmers in my Urban Decay Prince palette. This is the Let's Go Crazy one. And so I'll be playing with some of those purples as well, which I'm looking forward to. So first what I'm going to do is I'm going to moisturize. I just washed my face and I need to put a little bit of that moisture back in there before I put on my primer. And so today I'm going to be using my go-to moisturizer for the morning, which is by Beauty Stat and is Universal C Skin Refiner. And this stuff is really, really good. A little goes a long way. It's 20% vitamin C, and as you well know, I've said it 1,000 times before, vitamin C is 100 times more potent directly on the skin than as opposed to drinking orange juice or chewing up a vitamin C tablet. This is so wonderful. It's kept my breakdowns to a minimum, although that is part of my challenge today. Is I've got a big mountain one to show its head today, so I've got to try and conceal that and get that covered up. So with that, let's get started. And I just take one tiny little pump, just a little bit, make sure it spreads, just because you only need a little bit. It's a very light moisturizing cream. It doesn't feel very much like a lotion. It's very sheer, and almost powdery feeling to it. So there's that. And as my favorite YouTuber, NickU Tutorial, says, not to prime is a crime. So I'm going to go in with my YC collection. Let Me First primer. And this stuff is pretty soft. I love this stuff. I love the consistency. It's more of almost like a lotion, and so it gives that extra little moisture boost. And this is going to help my foundation stick to my face as well as all my colors. And yes, I do my eyes first and my foundation afterwards, but I like to give my primer a little time to dry on my skin, so that way when I put my foundation on, it acts as a magnet and kind of will keep that set in place. So okay, now that's done, I'm going to go in and prime my eyelids. I have a pretty neat idea for today that I'm going to try, because I'm actually going to visit a very special someone, family member that's in a nursing home, and her favorite color happens to be purple. So I am going to be doing all purple today. So get started. And I am using the P. Louise eye priming base in rumor number 2. And I'm still debating on whether or not I want to do a cut crease. I have the little something special I have up my sleeve today is when my mother passed away, it just kind of became a thing in the family that Mom is now a butterfly. So every time I see a butterfly, I say, "Hi, Mom." But I was unpacking one of my boxes the other day and came across all of my nail polish stuff, because I went through a huge phase of doing my nails for a while and developed quite the collection. And found some of these. Let me see if I can pick one up with my finger. It doesn't fall off. I found some of these. They're tiny, itty bitty little butterflies in glitter. So what I'm going to do when I'm done is I'm going to place a couple butterflies on the side here to honor my mother. But yeah, I love Purple Day. I love playing with purples because it means I get to see this person that I love so much that I don't get to see very often at all. So I'm looking forward to getting hugs and make it a happy day for both of us so we get to see each other. It's been about a month since I've got to see her in person. It's mostly been Zoom calls, things like that. I bring her flowers, but they don't let me go in. This damn pandemic has so restricted so many things that not being able to see family members for months at a time is crazy. And I used to be a huge advocate of wearing masks until I tested the theory and I took out one of my masks and I took a puff off of my vape and then I put my mask on and then exhaled the vape and it went right through. And I'm like, these masks aren't going to protect us from shit. So it could go either way, to your own preference. To each their own. If you want to wear a mask, wear a mask. If you don't. I'm vaccinated. Some people are against that too. Whatever. But it is what it is. It still made the world a lot more complicated. Okay. Now that I got that done, first, what I want to try is I'm going to go in and get my transition shade happening. And for that, I'm going to be using Alphabet Street out of my, Let's Go Crazy palette. This one right here. And I seem to run out of my nude shades the fastest because I always like to use them as my transition color. And it is a little darker than I want, but I do kind of want that since I'm going with a darker purple today. Yeah, that works. That's what blending is for, lots and lots of blending. That I have really deep eye sockets. So I'm trying to get right up here just to my brow bone, because up top we'll be doing highlighter, of course. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with a crease brush. Now that I have this where I want it. Actually, no, let's go ahead and clean that one up just a little bit. Now I'm going in with my Sephora Precision Crease brush. And I'm going to dive into which color? Let's say I'm going to jump into Zoned Out, which is this one right here. And I'm just gonna straight into the crease with this color. And that one is not as dark as I thought. The other one was darker than I thought. This one's lighter than I thought, but we will make it work. Practice makes perfect. Oh, okay. I see what's happening here. That's actually doing exactly what I want it to do. I'm just grateful my dogs aren't barking like crazy this morning, because usually you can almost always hear them in the background of my videos going crazy for the front door. We have a motion sensor and 2 cats that live outside, and so that motion sensor goes off and it's bark, 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 bark. They always think somebody's here. Okay, got that where I want it. Now I'm going to go in with my Pigment Packer, and that's all it says is Pigment Packer. It's a flat kind of skinny brush, and for that I am going to dive in with the color, let's see, I think I'm going to go in with Iffy. Really vibrant purple, this one right here in the middle. Take my Pigment Packer, get a little on here. Now, these particular ones do have a lot of fallout, so make sure you tap your brush when using ColourPop, because otherwise you're just wasting a lot of pigment. I'm going to go dead center of my eye, and that's my point that I want to work over from. And I'm going all the way to the crease with that. It's so quiet. Usually I have tons of things to say, but I am very preoccupied at the moment. Okay, again, line in the middle of the eye, and that's where you start, and right into the crease, all the way to the end of your eye, corner, outer corner. And I'm not smoking it out right now, because a little bit later, after I get my glitter and highlighter on, I'm going to use a very dark purple. I have to compare 2 different purples out of 2 different palettes, which one I want to use, but that's what I'll probably go in and create a little bit of smoky effect on the outside of my eye. Just a couple finishing touches here. Now I think compare my purples. Ooh, I may want to do that. Nope, too dark. Nikki Tutorials collaborated with Beauty Babe, and they've got a wonderful palette with a wonderful dark purple right here called Slasher, but I think that might be just a little too dark for the purple I'm trying to pull off. So let's just not do that. And now I'm stuck. Okay, we're gonna stay with the two palettes I've got, the Lilac You A Lot and the Prince. Good morning. Okay, so I'm not really great at this at all, but we're gonna attempt it anyway. I'm going to try a cut crease because I want a shimmer here on the inside, but I want it to stay and stand out all day. So I'm going to take a little bit of just some your regular concealer, whatever you like to use, and just a little bit on the brush, a smidgen. And this looks just like my Pigment Packer, but it's a Morphe M421. It's very small, just like the Pigment Packer, but I use it for my cut creases. Again, I'm not good at this, so bear with me. All I know is that you're supposed to put a little bit here, look up, and where that little line is, that's where I want my cut crease to go. I'd be playing music in the background, but I don't want to get in trouble for copyright just because I was playing music. I think I went up a little too far with that. Got a little tiny line hanging out up there. But while this is still nice and tacky, let it dry just a couple of seconds there. And let me see, I'm going to get a tiny brush, little tiny brush. And we're going to go in with the color Wake Me, which is this one right here in the Lilac You A Lot palette. Here we go. I'm going to pat that on. Just cannot get rid of that little spot there. There we go. Much better. And when you get to the center, just pull it over a little bit. Don't blend at this point. We're going to blend later. Just pull it together slightly. I want almost this, what do they call that, gradient effect, where it goes from light to dark. Okay, now to cut the other crease. I am so not good at this. Makeup, I'm not too bad. I could do it, not say professionally, but I could do it for people's, you know, photographs and stuff, portraits and whatnot, but Oh my goodness. I cannot master a cut crease nor a wing eyeliner for my life. And I think it's just because my skin is different now that I'm older. That's why I like doing these tutorials, because I try to gear them towards women over 40 such as myself, so we can pull off some of these glam looks with, you know, a little maturity. Remember, just pull it over just a little bit. Make sure that one matches. Okay, so now we've got that. Cut crease is done. I can put that away and not have to look at it anymore because it just makes me nervous. Not good with cut creases. Okay, so now I'm going to take a small blending brush like that. And this is where I'm going to shake things up a bit. And I'm going to go in with I think it's called, let me see, what color did I go with? I went with a little darker. I'm going to go in with the color DMSR in the Let's Go Crazy palette. And I'm just putting a little bit on my blending brush. And I'm going in the center to blend these together. Perfect. Okay. Now the other side. Will not be using false lashes today, so I'm going to go with my good mascara that curls my lashes. Okay, so we got that done. And what do I want to do now? Okay, I don't like putting on my highlighters or smokiness until after I put on my foundation, simply because of fallout. The worst fallout is in this process here when you're doing your colors or your whatever it is look you're going for. Yeah, so I'm gonna go off camera real quick, do my foundation and my eyebrows, and I'll be right back. Okay, now that I have put on my foundation and set it with some loose powder, I'm going to go ahead and finish my eyes. So where we go from here is I'm going to want to put a highlight just under my brows, a little bit of dark purple here for some smokiness, and another highlighter right here in the inner corner. So for that, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take a small blending brush, very small. And I'm going to take the color Funk and Roll right here, oh, right there. And I'm going to try and use that as my smoky corners. Oh, that is perfect. Little fallout. I was worried about that. I'll get a clean brush, Do I have a clean brush? See, now it's doing exactly what I want it to do. Exactly what I want it to do. So, funk and roll it is. Okay, and one more time just for shits and giggles. We're gonna take the small blending brush once again and just kind of pull those together real slightly. Just a tiny, tiny bit. Okay. Now for my highlighter, I'm going to clean off my brush and use the same brush here. And I'm going in with the Color Pop's Lilac You a Lot in the color Cloud, which is right here, this one in the corner. I'm going to take that and just lightly tap that, and then we're going straight up here. Yep, and it did exactly what I wanted it to do. Give me a little highlight up there. Same with the other side. Perfect, perfect. Well, for me, it's perfect for me. Don't know if it would be perfect for you, but give it a shot. Okay, and another small blending brush. Make sure it's cleaned out. And I'm going to go into my inner corners here with When Doves Cry, which is the white kind of shimmery one in that palette. I don't have a lot of white shimmers, so I'm going to go right here in the corner and swirl. And then pick it up just a little. Bang. Same with the other side. Sure they match. That's what we wanted. That's exactly what we wanted. Alright, and like I said, I'm not going to be using eyeliner for this look because it makes my eyes look too small when I do bold colors. So let's take that. Uh-oh, I got foundation on one of my oopsies. Trying to figure out what shade I want to put underneath when I am done, because I like putting almost a little liner here to bring out that smokiness. So let me see what I got. Just right, and I think I'm going to take this real thin, almost angled eyeliner brush. I'm going to take a little bit of the color Iffy, that purple, a real purple one in the middle. I think we used that just a little bit ago, but tiny bit on the brush and just a little bit under your eye till you get to where the color begins in your eye. Now, really want to get this look going, I suggest a smudge brush. I just buff that out real gently. Pull it over. You just want a hint of color on the bottom. Okay, just a little. Now that I'm done with that, I think, let me see, I got my mascara, I got my eye curler, or eyelash curler, not eye curler. Who curls their eyes? Let me see, I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, yes, I have an idea. I have a very neat idea. Let's see if I can pull this off. Okay. I have myself some white mascara. And I'm going to light layer. Just enough to see what you're doing. And trust the process. There is a method to my madness. Because if you try this with black mascara, it will not work. So, from the same company, Tiason, with the white, I also have a purple. So now I'm going to go over that white with the purple, because you can't do color over black mascara. It doesn't show up. So I'm going to go in here. I forgot to curl my lashes. And there you have the purple mascara. But what I do plan on doing is going back over it with black on the corners. I just really wanted that purple to stand out in on the inner corner to complement the gradient effect. I can't believe I forgot to use my eyelash curler. It's like a huge step. But I just got so excited about the purple. Okay, now I'm going to go in with, let's see what we have. I think we're going to go with Hello Lashes by It. And I'm just going to do the sides. Did take away a little bit of that purple in the center, so I'm going to do that again. So sorry. Such a tedious process. mascara. Okay, now that I got that done, I need to take a Q-tip, and since I forgot to lift my lashes, it's going to make my eyes look very shallow. So I'm just going to take a Q-tip and soften that line under my eye. Just a slight bit. Now if you're using false lashes, don't mess with it. You're good to go. But I always get so nervous sometimes when I'm filming these videos that I'll miss a step. Like my last video, I forgot to prime. Who does that? Okay, so moving on. I'm going in with my Hourglass brand Ambient Lightning Bronzer in Diffuse Bronze Light. Okay, that's what we're going with. It's this one right here. Real pretty color. My big brush is out here. And I tried using this for foundation once. It didn't really work well, but I tell you, it works great for bronzer because you pick your bronzer here, 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 and here, almost like a number 3, like so. So that's what we're gonna do. That way I don't look so pale. It's working. Okay. Take just a little bit and just a second. Just a little bit. Okay. Okay, so now for my contour. And I'm going in with Will Powder's, it's called the color Stamina. And this is from, I believe this is from the Balm Cosmetics. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my blush, and for my blush I'll be using Ciate's Color Matchmaker, and this is very, very high pigment blush, so a little goes a long way with this. So just take a little tiny bit and put it right there in the apples of my cheeks. I need a highlighter. Let's choose a highlighter, shall we? I think today, what color am I going for? I think I want a natural highlighter look. So we're going to go with Flesh's Boost, Flesh Boost. And it's just your basic highlighter. See here, highlighter brush. There's a thin, fluffy one that, right there at the top. little tiny bit on the bridge of my nose. Now for the lips, let's see what we have. I have mauve. Ooh, that might be very pretty. No, not doing hot pink with a purple. That just won't look right. We might be going with mauve today. But that's okay. Anything's better than red. I don't look good in red. But okay, where is my other? I can't find my favorite lipstick. I'll be right back. Might have a problem. I can't find my favorite lipstick. Oh boy. Okay, we'll just go with that one for now. Alright, let's get my lips done and finish this up. My close-up mirror. Okay, so far so good. Okay, let's see. Let me give a peek one more time. Actually, I think I found a color that might go. No. It does not go. Okay. Fine. Oh! Sitting right behind the mirror. Duh! Okay, so first I'm going to go in with the nude. And this is Sephora in the color. How can I? These are so tiny. I forget the name of this one. The one it says, oh, I am not with it today. Oh, it's on the other side. I need to finish my coffee. This one is in the color Tan Lines. That's what I just put on. And now I'm going to go in with Marc Jacobs lip crayon in the color Snapshot. And I'm just going to kind of dot it in there so it doesn't take over. It just kind of gives me a little bit of color. There we go. Now for the unbelievably tedious part of this. Grab a drink of my coffee. Okay, what I need to do is I've got some old school individual eyelash adhesive. And anybody who's ever used this knows it smells like fingernail polish. It's absolutely horrible, but it works. I do not use this on my false lashes. I use magnetic eyelashes when I do falsies. But I'm going to open this up here. Take a Q-tip. Get it wet. And on the dry end, take just a touch of the glue, literally just a smidge. You can barely even see it on there. Such a small smidge, I can't even see it. There we go. Okay. Just a tiny little bit, and put a dot there, and a dot there. Take the wet end, grab one of the butterflies, and just up. There we go. A couple of butterflies for my mama. Now, again, I'm going to do that to the other side. Tiny bit of adhesive. 2 tiny dots wherever you wish to have them. Tilted a little bit. Just make sure they're stuck in their place, and then bam, got some little tiny butterflies happening here. Let me take my hair down and see what kind of completed look we have for today. Man, I am fumble-fingered today. I don't know why I'm so fidgety. I haven't even had that much coffee. Yeah. And don't worry about those little butterflies or whatever kind of design. Some people like to put little rhinestones on the corners. That eyelash adhesive it's strong. You're gonna have it all day. Last time I wore it, it fell off the next morning when I was cuddling with my husband, and he found a butterfly on his chest, and he was like, "What the hell?" And I'm like, "Oops, forgot to take my makeup off." So it does have some staying power to it. And with that, that is my completed look for the day. However, like I said, I'm always forgetting something. Another important step, you want to set it with some finishing spray, and mine is by NYX Matte Finish Spray. So what to do, what Nikki does. I got my little blow dryer here. Spritz, shake, spritz. Take a little fan and put that shit on lockdown. And we are done. So, I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Without you guys, I wouldn't even have the courage to do these videos, and it makes me really happy when I get all the compliments on how I look. It tells me I'm accomplishing my goals, which that feels good. That feels really good. So with that, I wish you a happy weekend, and blessings to everybody. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time.